Of course, yeah, it's definitely not dirty, and what they're doing is just being real physical. But Caitlin Clark's different.
Clark hits Iowa's first three.
Smart decision to not put a heavy press on early. You don't want Caitlin Clark to get in a groove of picking apart your defense to start.
Lob into Sonano, goes up, scores.
Came off of that same pass where there was a help defender and they stole it. So definitely got to watch out.
Clark, long three, count it. Caitlin Clark, 5 quick points, 7-2 Hawkeyes lead. Steele, Clark on the push.
That's a pull-up.
You know it's going up. She got it!
Heat check, and she makes it. Clark is too nasty.
Sonano from 15 misses. McKenna Warnock, great rebound. Caitlin Clark, pull-up three. Look out!
Wow! She's unstoppable.
Now in the starting lineup. Clark, all she needs is about a millimeter of space. And the step back has not gotten a shot off, does have 5 rebounds. Sonano and Clark combining for half of Iowa's scoring, and that is another.
Caitlin Clark now facing some pressure from Wilkie and Pospisilova, but oh my goodness, look at Caitlin Clark. Outmaneuver 2 players on the Badgers faithful. Cole Center, a lot of different players getting involved. Look at the speed from Caitlin Clark, just bodying her. Marshall trying to figure out what she's going to do. Passes it to Stulke, back to Clark. Clark with a shot from the logo, and it is made. Caitlin Clark, it's unreal, Max.
It really is. 2 for 3 from behind the arc.
You can support as well by visiting v.org/Stewart. 100% of those donations goes to research, and there's Caitlin Clark out of the timeout for the lead for Iowa. Their tendency on out-of-bounds plays is for Caitlin to get it right back, and then watch the screen right here after the post entry.
Best in field goal percentage in the country, so efficient, so effective. The fact that she now has her second foul, that is bad news for Minnesota.
Caitlin Clark going to the free throw line for 1.
Clark recognizing the situation. I like the answer by Minnesota. They get down early, but they've made some good mid-range shots to keep themselves in it here.
Sonano and 1, splitting defenders and the finish.
Clark, step back 3. Rattles it home. Hawks needed that one. Misses, rebound goes to Clark. Clark pushes it up. Draws the contact, gets the bucket.
Clark just hit her with about 6 different moves. Gave her a combo piece, biscuit on the side. Got
the All-American as the clock ticks down to 5. Beautiful give and go, and a 3 to ignite this crowd.
Carver Hawkeye Arena just takes your time, steps into the defender, creates the space. The Hawkeyes up by 8.
But now she's taking that next step by looking to score more.
That's a really fun matchup between her and Sonano today. Caitlin Clark behind the screen, drills a 3.
Iowa assistant coach Jan Jensen, and has just loved Iowa her whole life.
Oh, what a tough drive from Caitlin Clark. Just adding on to that everlasting highlight reel of hers.
So Clark reading the defense, comes around, finishes a little away from the basket so she avoids getting blocked.
One of those distance attempts, rings it up. Look out. Marshall to stop it with 2.3 seconds left.
Well, you know she likes that left step back. She doesn't need a lot of time or a lot of space.
And Caitlin Clark just nails it. And that's a good contest. That's just a heck of a shot. Good contest, better shot. Better shot.
Warnock swings it to Martin. Inside, low block. Good dump inside. Sonano can't handle it. Clark, long 3. Got it. Tied at 10 on the Clark 3 ball. Warnock with the rebound. Goes to Clark. Dribble drive. Shakes off the defender. Comes back to the right hand and scores a layup.
McKenna Marisa's 100th career start. Feed inside to Sonano for 2. There's an open look for Caitlin Clark. Don't ever do that.
You can't forget the inbounder.
Time report with Nas and Justine coming up from Chicago right after that.
Skates off the front of the rim. Hawkeyes trying to weather the storm. Clark spinning, throwing up a circus shot, and one.
This is her will. Watch here as her strength just dips that left shoulder into the defense, gets her eyes locked on the rim. And
Martin with the basketball. They get it to Clark.
Ooh.
Working on Joyner. Going to the lane, spinning, fadeaway. Got it! Caitlin Clark.
Clark with the steal. Caitlin Clark with the layup. From the NCAA tournament earlier than expected last year.
And that focus, they don't want that to happen again. They lost on their home floor.
Great pass inside. Unable to finish, Bourne.
That was a dime, though. You said it.
Well, Shelley almost got the steal. How about Clark? Oh, she is so smooth. Clark already, Sarah, 14 points.
It is banger after banger. Around the back, deep three. Got it to go in transition. I mean, this is nasty.
Stolke, a local player from Cedar Rapids. Crowd into it. Miller back into the game. Lost it. Here comes Clark. The flick ahead to Stolke. Beautifully done. She's right at the top with Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston. As Warnock turns it over. Reese, of course, the Maryland transfer. Myers gets blocked by Clark out of bounds. It's going to stay here.
See Caitlin Clark coming in from behind. That's smart. Don't get the foul call.
And she's done a good job stepping up into this role and learning on the fly. As a point guard in the Big Ten, you get immersed in a lot of, oh my gosh,
behind the back.
Going down, I mean, you got to run like three-way jerseys at her. Ooh, behind the back. McKenna Warnock. Point guards have eyes in the back of their head. Clark didn't even see Warnock.
We had that T-shirt made up last year, and they sent me one. I was like, oh, wow, that's awesome.
Caitlin Clark, her first shot of three.
How about Caitlin Clark flying around here with a cape on?
Here's Clark. No points in the quarter. And changes that with a step back rattling down.
She knew she hadn't scored yet.
In some foul trouble, she was limited against Indiana. Clark takes it away and goes all the way. Monica Sonato, second and third, respectively, all-time in Iowa career scoring. The 7th turnover for the Scarlet Knights. Clark feeding Marshall.
Basketball pass receivers, and Sarah Williams with another quick shot and a score. 12-5. Here's Caitlin Clark on the inside. Pass down low to Monica Sonato. Out on the left baseline, working the perimeter. Molly Davis looking for Sonato. They skip pass. Now back on top. Clark. Shot from 27 and good for Caitlin Clark.
Searches for what would be one of the signature wins for their NCAA tournament resume. Caitlin Clark wastes no time hitting her first shot.
The depth and the outstanding play in the Big Ten.
Caitlin Clark, another one from deep, her second three so far today. They're the reigning Big Ten tournament champions. It's not that they don't want that this year. What they really want is a deep run in March. Clark unloads from deep. Caitlin's second three-pointer of the evening.
The rhythm on the dribble with Caitlin Clark, the bounce, the right to left cross step back every time. It is so difficult to close the gap because she's gotten so much better at getting to the rim.
I think Iowa right now is feeding off it. The question is, can they sustain it as this first quarter continues to go on?
Clark, there she goes again. Yes!
You have to guard Caitlin Clark even before she crosses half court. What's that, about 26 feet? When she's going to her left and in rhythm, she's going to drain it.
Martin looking. Here's Clark. She fires, and it goes! She hit it! Wow!
Screen, another screen. More McNeil trying to get around, runs into Sonato, and just look at that, off balance, going to the right. Doesn't matter if everyone knows whose hands it's supposed to be in. Magic happens when magic happens, and we've seen it a lot with Caitlin Clark.
And a legendary career at adds another page in the legend.